Well, hello marketers. Now, after spending a lot of time to understand the concept of Google Display Network and also the Google ad types, it's time that we finally set up a display campaign. But before I do so, let me tell you how exactly your ad is going to look like once you have the display campaigns running. Now, a display ad normally functions on different kind of websites, which could be the Google partner sites, application and games, and the ad looks something like this. An image, which is going to have the image of the product along with some text over it. And the ad will also be saying ads by Google. But then the question is, how do these ads serve over the internet? Is it randomly coming to everyone who comes on site like Ashtak, or there's something which is driving all these ads to people like you and me? And yes, we have something which is called as targetings. So in total, we have 9 different ways to target our ads to audiences through Google Display Campaign, in which it's divided into contextual targeting versus audience targeting. In the contextual targeting, which is all about targeting through keywords, topics, or placement, we are actually targeting our ads to the content, which means let's say we decide doing keyword targeting for this project, which is a jewelry store. If we are doing so, then the ads are going to be targeted on the website which are having the keywords or the content of jewelry store. So basically, you are not targeting your ads to an audience, you are simply targeting your ad to the content. Also, if you choose a topic of jewelry, your ads are again going to be targeted to websites who are having the content of jewelry. Also, if you go with placement, you are simply selecting a list of websites and also the YouTube channels where your ads will be targeted to all these websites and channels. So all in all, through the contextual targeting, we are deciding to target our ads to a range of topics, content, and websites. We are not directly targeting any person over there. On the other hand, in audience targeting, now we are targeting the audience, regardless of any website that they visit over the internet. So if we choose a demographic targeting, which means we are choosing an age or a gender, we are actually choosing the audiences. So if we choose a female within the age range of 18 to 24, then our ads are going to be served to any female who goes to any internet over the site, any website over the internet, in fact, within that age range. Similarly, if we use or choose customer list, then we are going to upload the information of customer in the form of email IDs and phone number. And now our ads are going to be targeted to these people, regardless of any website that they visit over the internet. Also, if we go with remarketing, then the ads are going to be targeted to audience who has come on the website earlier. If we go with any of the three audience targetings, which are further divided as affinity, in market or custom audience, we are again choosing the customer in terms of their behavior, their historical patterns with websites like Google. So I know now you can understand in content or contextual targeting, we are actively targeting the websites, topics, or the contents, regardless of whosoever comes on this website. On the other hand, if we are going with audience targeting, now we are actually targeting the audiences. We are targeting the people regardless of any website that they visit over the internet. So I hope now it's easy to understand whether you go with contextual targeting or audience targeting, or maybe you combine the both, depending on how you structure your campaign, which is our second most important part, campaign structuring. So when you structure a campaign, you actually decide whether you are going to make one group in the campaign or maybe multiple groups in the campaign. It's totally up to you. How do you decide the structuring of your campaign? Now, before we talk about the structuring part in depth, let's also talk about the Google Display Network ad types or display ad types. In total, we have two different type of ads in GDN network. The first one is responsive ad, where you only upload two different copies in the display campaign. Along with that, you also provide the headline, description, logo, and video. However, in the case of a static, you always upload copies in different resolutions, in different sizes. In the bidding part, you either have to go with the pay-per-click bidding options. So all these options, starting with target CPA, ROAS, maximize clicks, conversion value allows you to pay on the click basis, which means if someone clicks the ad that you are showing up on any third-party website, you end up losing some money on the click basis. On the other hand, if you go with viewable CPM, which stands for cost per milli, now you are paying for impressions, but not for clicks. And CPM means cost for 1000 impression. So let's say if you choose 80 rupees as your CPM, now Google is going to charge you when your ads are being shown to 1000 people. Now, let's talk about the campaign creation part. Over here, we have to deal with the campaign settings first. Now, before you set up a campaign, you should be knowing the campaign settings. Like, you need to know the daily budget. So in this project, we are going to make the campaign for this project, which is all about, let me, So from the project overview sheet, all right, so from the project overview sheet, we can simply pull up the project, which is springtails.shop. If I do so, we can simply find that we are going to make a campaign, in fact, a display campaign for springtails.shop. Now we need to plan this campaign. Now, people who have watched the previous videos would know that we made a media plan where we have decided to make a display campaign. And this display campaign was objectively made for branding purpose. And also, we had a daily or the monthly budget of 1000 rupees. I know we have kept quite a less amount over here, but the idea was to spread some awareness for this brand in the region of Delhi and NCR. So what we are going to do, we're going to keep a daily budget of 1000 divided by 30, which is a number of days, which means we're going to keep a daily budget of around 33 rupees. Then in target location, we have decided it's going to be Delhi NCR. For gender, the entire setup is for females because we are doing this branding for a jewelry store where the target audience are going to be the females. Then we have age type. We are keeping it 18 to 34 or 35. Ad type is going to be responsive. Bidding that we are going to choose is going to be maximize CPC. Bid limit is going to be 1 INR, and targeting is going to be people who are interested in jewelry, which means jewelry audience. So here we have our campaign settings. This is going to be the structure. Now we can simply start our campaign creation part. So let's begin. So you simply come here into a, I'm sorry. So you simply have to come into a Google Ad account, from where you'll always find this option of creating a display campaign. So you click on the plus sign and you choose new campaign. Right after clicking on new campaign, you have to choose the objective. In our case, we are having the objective of reach and awareness, which means branding. Then we go with the display campaign. We put in the website link. So we can simply come back to the project sheet, from where we can copy the project name, which is springtails.shop. We can simply paste this name in our campaign, then write the name as springtails underscore display. Once it's set, we can click on continue, and then we can click on start new, just because we are making a fresh campaign in the account. Now, in terms of location, we can simply choose Delhi, Noida, and Gurgaon. So it's going to be Delhi. Oh my God, it's going to take a while. Yeah, this is fine. It's going to be Delhi, then Noida, and also it's going to be Gurugram. Cool. Now, once my locations are set, I can simply click on next, choose the budget of 33 INR. I can go with either with viewable impressions, which is the recommended bidding strategy, or I can go with target CPA. Now, if you remember, I have selected the bidding strategy of target CPA in my campaign settings. But because I had chosen the branding as an objective, that's why I don't have an option of going with maximize clicks. So what I can do, I can simply come over here and click on this option which says select a bidding strategy directly, not recommended. And from here, I can choose maximize clicks, and keep 1 rupee as my maximum bid limit, which means when somebody clicks on the ad copy, I'm going to charge less than 1 rupee. Then I simply click on next. In targeting, it's time that I finally choose my targeting. So I have decided that I'll be choosing jewelry audience over here. I have 5 options. I can go with audience segments, demography, keyword, topic, and placement. Now let's say I go with the audience segment. So I click on the audience segment and then I have to choose the right audience. So let's say I already have this option of fine jewelry. So I can simply go with the option of fine jewelry. Now I can scroll down. I can scroll down and it's always recommended that you turn off this optimize targeting option, because optimized targeting option helps you to get more clicks within your budget beyond your targetings. So if you don't uncheck this option, your ads will be shown to people beyond your selected targeting, beyond fine jewelry. So it's always recommended that you uncheck this option of use optimized targeting. And then if you want, you can go with the additional targetings. You can click on this sign, add targetings, and you can choose demography. We had to choose demography. So let's say this time I go with female and uncheck male and unknown category. Also in the age range, I only go with 18 to 34. So I uncheck all the remaining age ranges from the list. And then I keep scrolling down, make sure this option is unchecked, and I click on next and go to the option of creating an ad copy. So here I'm going to create a responsive ad copy. Now people who are watching this video or going through the course would know that we had created a responsive ad copy earlier. But just to show you, let's try to create it again. So we provide the website URL, which is the homepage of the website, a business name, which is going to be Springtails, images. So let's add the images by clicking on the plus sign, and we want to go with this image. Now you should know that in responsive ad, we have to choose one single creative. So we have already downloaded this image from the homepage. We try to download this image, which we are using for our responsive display ad. And because it's a general group, we are going to land the customer on the homepage, for which we have chosen our final URL as homepage. Now I click on this sign, which allows me to choose the entire image. And then finally, I can select 3 different sizes of this image. So Google will recommend all these 3 sizes by itself. I'm going to choose all these 3 different sizes. Then I click on save and I keep scrolling down. In logo, I have already selected the logo of this brand. I can click on edit and I can choose this logo, which I had already uploaded in this account. If you want, you can simply download the logo from the website, click on the upload button and upload the logo. Quite simple. Then I click on cancel because logo is already selected. In video, I'm not choosing anything as of now. In my headline, I'm going with artificial jewelry store. Long headline going with this one. Description going with the recommended options of Google. Then I scroll down. In the call to action button, I'm choosing the call to action as something like see more. Having this call to action means my ad is going to show see more along with the ad copy. Now I keep scrolling down, click on create ad, click on the next button, and finally my display campaign is about to be created. It's going to take a while to check if there's any errors in the campaign, and after a while Google will allow me to publish this campaign. And now we have a display campaign available in this account. Now people who are watching this video, what I want from you is to come back into this project sheet in this 20 hours Google Ads practical training course and do these 3 exercises. And trust me, if you don't do the exercises, there's no point in watching the video. And if you do so, you will end up forgetting everything in the video. So now what I want from you is to create a display campaign for Flipkart or Springtails.shop with audience targeting as shopping using responsive display ad. So you have to choose the audience targeting. In targeting, try to find out a shopping list. You will be having the available audience options in which you can choose the shopping as an option. Then do exercise number 2. We do again create a display campaign with one ad group on placement targeting and another ad group on topic targeting. In the third exercise, you again create a display campaign with one ad group on keyword targeting and another on custom audience targeting. Now, custom audience is something which you will have to learn while creating the targetings, because in the display campaign, you have three form of targetings. In audience, you have affinity audience, which means you have to choose from the list of available options. In market audience, which means you have to choose again from the list of available options, but in market is for people who are actively trying to market the products, who are actively looking forward to buy the products. In custom audience, you actually have to create the targetings or the list by your own. Affinity in market is always available in the account, but this custom has to be created by people like you only. Also, there's one question that people are always confused about. What happens when you use two different targetings in one single campaign? So let's say you choose topic and also the placement. If you do so, then normally your targeting gets narrowed down. If you don't choose the optimized option, getting narrowed down means your ad gets shown to people who are in the combination of both of these targetings, who are matching or overlapping with both these targetings together. So that's how you can simply create and launch a display campaign. In the next video of this course, I'll be talking about creating a cookie along with the remarketing campaign. I'll see you in the next one.